Hello, everyone. It is me, Trisha, and I am here with all of you right now. I'm the leading Indigenous spiritual teacher. I've been doing this for 28 years. Can you believe it? 28 years I've been doing this. And I've been helping intuitives and healers really find themselves, also unleash their Indigenous intuition, channel their own gray wolf, and just give me a second, there's something on my nose. I am not used to wearing makeup a lot. I gotta tell you, I am not used to it. I'll get used to it. So I also help intuitives and healers become powerful light workers, become powerful clairvoyants, and mystical mentors. That is what I do. Good afternoon, Gina. So let's get down to it. Okay. Let's get down to it. Excuse me. And I have my coffee here. Hey there, Cindy. Make sure that you like this video, you love it, and share it out. Let your friends and your people know that this is going on right now. Let them know that this is going on. This is going on. Yes. Follow me on Instagram at Trisha Kondo. Follow me on YouTube. I'm still not used to this lipstick. I'm not used to it looks pink, but it's actually red. Hi, Karen from Alberta. It's actually red. I don't know why it's showing up as pink. That's really strange. Okay. So here I am. So are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are ready? Ready? Are we ready to become leaders? That is the question. That is the question that came up for me, and it was just like given to me, and it really stood out today because it's so interesting because I had a call today. I had a soul strategy session with somebody and they were all in, but when it came down to it, no. I'm not fully committed. So that's okay. So I really want to talk about the energy of that, okay? You know, you're called to lead. How many of you feel you're called to lead? But these traditional paths, let me just put this here, but the traditional paths don't feel like they fit. Because that has been my story for the longest time. It has been my story where I was called to lead and the traditional paths of leadership just didn't fit. You know, I tried the traditional path of being a teacher. Loved it, succeeded in it, but it didn't fit. I tried education administration. Was called to it, yes, but it just didn't fit. Just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. I tried other roles in leadership, just didn't fit. And I really wanted something more authentic and more in line with my spiritual values. How many people right now are watching me? If you're watching replay, put a hashtag replay. That's how I felt. So you want to lead with your heart and your soul. But what will it take? What will it take for you to be an authentic spiritual leader? What will it take? What will it take? We're actually live right now, Elizabeth. We're live right now. Okay. So what will it take? I'll tell you about me. You know, ever since I was born, I knew that my life was going to be hard. Hi, Tree. Love your name. Haha. We're live, Elizabeth. So I knew when I was born that my life was going to be very hard. It wasn't the mindset. No one taught me this. It was just an energetic knowing. I knew. I knew my life was going to be super hard. I don't know how I can explain that to you, but I just knew it. I knew. Hi there, Chris. I knew right from the get go when I was just, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm going to block this person. That is not cool to be doing that on my channel. Just give me a second. There. Gone. Okay. So, at first, it was very, very hard what I was doing. I was really into art pencils. I was really into art when I was a kid. I liked to be outdoors a lot when I was a kid. I loved it. I loved being outdoors. I was always outside. When I was a kid, even when I went to become, a teenager, I loved being outside. Just loved it. Okay. But I find when I knew I was going to be a leader, I just knew it. I didn't like to follow a lot of people. I usually made the path myself. Even when I was outdoors, when I was always the leader. I was always telling people what to do. It was just me. I loved telling people what to do. But I found as I got older, my path became challenging. To find my path as a spiritual leader, as a spiritual teacher, it was challenging to find it. It was. And so I was always put into these traditional leadership roles, and they didn't feel like they always didn't fit with my beliefs or my values. And it was really, and I would struggle, I would struggle to find a real way to lead with signs with who I was at the core. I was really struggling, to say certain things, to be a certain way. I felt like I always had to shapeshift, if I can say that. I felt like I had to shapeshift all the time. So it wasn't really being myself, right? I was struggling with who I really was. Okay. And I knew I was a guide. I knew I was a teacher. I knew I was a mystic. I knew I was a black sheep. I knew all of that. I was the one that was always starting something new. Always. People would follow me. Okay. I was the one. I went to Sage Up. I think I was the first person on my native community to go there. I went to another university and another one. I was the first person to go. I was always the first to do something different. Always. Always. I would try something. Years later, people would try it. It's not that I was trying to, I was like I am a trailblazer, pretty much. You know, I started my business and a whole bunch of people started following, doing the same thing, which is great. I love that. Love that. However, there are more choices available for those who want to lead with their hearts and souls. There are other options. For me, it was exploring joining spiritual communities, spiritual groups, mentoring. And then I wanted to create my own spiritual community, and I did. And then I started to inform other leadership, other leadership groups or whatever, and I became really good at it. I informed other spiritual leaders or other traditional leaders using my spiritual gifts. I did that all the time. People would say, "What is your opinion?" Well, what do you think? And I would tell them. And And they didn't know that I was tuning in and telling them what I would see. My spiritual business started taking off. People would come to me, people who were very traditional came to me and said, what do you see with this and this and this and this? I would tell them. I would tell them. And then I noticed people would come to me and say, how are you doing what you're doing? You know, you're so successful. Sorry, this loop is driving me a little nuts. Hi, Shelley. So people will come to me and say, how are you being so successful at this? How are you running an online business? How are you doing all that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. My hairstylist did my hair. So if you ever want to know where I got my hairstylist, she's just like 10 minutes away. She's the best. So anyways, let's get back to what I was saying. So when people were starting to come to me and asking, how do you do your readings? You know, how do you price them? How do you lead so well with people? How did you get to where you are? And I said, I just lead, you know, I just lead. And I know I have the business model, you know, I have all of that behind me. I have a team, I have people working for me. I can't do this by myself. Obviously not. So I'm going to ask you right now, how many of you are actually in that boat, sorry, my hair. Where are you right now in terms of with your spiritual business? Are you just starting? Are you, you know, in the middle of it? And are you starting and you're just starting to get people? This is driving me crazy. So, yeah. So, are you, maybe you're just in your job, you know, you're very successful in your job. So, maybe you're in a corporate job, maybe you're in a really well paying job and you're looking for ways. That's what I did. I was looking for ways to get out and I was looking for a mentor. So, are you at that point right now? Are you there right now? Are you at that point where you're like, I want out of this. I want to start bringing in people. I want to work with them. I want to start using my gifts, start unleashing them, and then helping these people make a difference in their lives. So, how many of you want to be an intuitive guide? You want to be a spiritual teacher? You want to help people? How many of you are wanting that? Because I help women who are wanting this, not just thinking about it. Okay. We're not just thinking about it, who want to do this, are serious about this, are committed 1000%, and will do anything to make that happen. Those are my type of people. The ones who are not for me are saying, well, I'll think about it. Oh, maybe next year, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 2 years. You're not for me. You're not for me. You are not for me. Mm-mm. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you are not for me. The ones who are overthinking, fearful, are always being a victim. You are not for me. No. Nope. Not for me. I am not interested in you. Not interested. But the ones that I'm interested are the ones who are ready and will do anything and everything to actually get to that point where they're just like, yes, I am there already. I'm there. So, how do we work together? How do I hone into my gifts? How do I price everything? How do I become a leader in my own? No. Okay. So you want to go beyond, okay? Go beyond just making excuses and being fearful and being the victim. You want to take this to the next level and you want to make this an actual business, okay? Yes, Tree. You want to help others and you want to make this an actual business, okay? And you want to help others, and this is on your mind 24 hours. It's on your spirit. It's leading you to wanting to do more. Then this is for you. I help spiritual leaders, intuitives, and healers wanting to actually become powerful clairvoyants, mentors, and mystics in 6 months. I've been doing this for 28 years. I know that sounds like I should have a kid by now, but I've been doing this since I was 19. I have a teaching background, yes. I've worked in corporate, as you would call it, and I know how to run a business. I've been doing this for a very long time. I think it's been 10 or 11 years online. So if you really want this, I can help you. I can help you with your pricing of your readings, pricing of your healings, package it together, put this in a package, and go online, social media, and say, okay, help you with creating a Facebook group, a page, go all over. And hire people to help you out. If this is resonating with you and you're like, wow, yes, this is where I am. This is where I am, Trisha. What do I need to do? So I'm going to, not many people are, a few of you are commenting. So I would like to talk to Tree. Okay, if you want this and you're serious, like you are serious. Okay. I don't deal with people who are just making excuses. No, not going to happen. I just spoke to somebody and it was just like, no, well, no. You've got to be all in, not just 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's got to be all in. That's how I am. So if you want to book a free soul strategy session, I can help you map out a strategy. And okay, so if you're just coming in with, I have this wrong and that wrong, and that's not going to work out. I am not here to hear about your troubles. I'm not here for that. I don't mean in that way, but if you are not ready for me, don't bother booking a call. I'm serious. I want people who are serious about this. That you're tired of being on the sidelines. You want to be a leader. Believe you me, I've heard everything under the sun. I used to be that way until I said, that's enough. That is enough. That is enough of the excuses, and that is enough of the BS. That is enough. And I just had enough. Okay. There is my link. If you are ready, you are ready. I'm not picking my nose. It's just, there's makeup. I'm not used to wearing it that much. I will get used to it. Okay. So, does anybody have any comments or questions? Any comments or questions? Let me just go back a little bit. Oh, does anybody have any comments or questions for me before I head off? So, Tree, did you see that link right there? There's the link. If you're watching replay, put hashtag replay. I know I smashed my finger, I think about a month ago on the window. It's healing now. Okay, so I'm going to go. If you want to talk to me, you can definitely reach out, schedule a free soul strategy session, and we will map out strategy for you. And if you want to take it to the next level, I will share that with you and we'll talk. Okay? We will talk because I find that people who are in the mainstream paths to leadership are often disconnected. And I'm going to share a little bit more, are disconnected from our spiritual roots. And it can be soul crushing when you're not connected here, when you're not connected and in here, not going to work. Not going to work. I know because I speak from experience. And if you don't resonate with any of that mainstream paths, okay, it's hard to find your way forward. It really is. The intellect is not going to get you there. I'll tell you right now, no. Your intellect is just going to drive you bonkers. So that's why I created the Indigenous Priestess School. It is 6 months where you're going to learn about part of how to hone in your skills, how to do your readings, how to price them, how to do packaging together. We'll do it together, okay? How to do all that online stuff, showing up on social media. I've been doing this for a long time. And so my school offers an authentic and powerful paths to leadership that's rooted in spiritual values and Indigenous spiritual values. And I guide you through a journey of self-discovery so that you can step into your divine power as a spiritual leader, as a teacher, and a beacon of light to women who really resonate with your struggle and your story, okay? Who really resonate with story, because that's what I do. And if you want to learn how to do this, I have proven sales scripts. I have proven strategies. I don't blow smoke up your butt. I know what works and what doesn't work, okay? In the mainstream, I think it has a lot of holes in it, and I can teach you more of how to heal yourself and heal others at the same time. Okay. Okay, so if this is resonating with you, Marlene says yes. There is the link right here. I do have a masterclass that's coming up. I'm hoping to have that done. I was hoping to have that done Thursday, but I think it's going to be more next week. Okay. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure that you're on my my email list. Go to trishakondo.com. Okay. And make sure you sign up for that. All right, everybody, I'm going to go, but make sure that you sign up for this and we'll have a real deep soul chat. All right, everyone, I wish you all a great day and I will see you soon. Apnamoltas.